It took a cane and some work, but I got down the stairs. Getting down is a little harder because you don't really think about how much weight you're putting on it. I still have to largely stay off of it until it heals. I think it's actually healing, it's just there's a lot of pain and swelling. But through that, I can sort of tell that it's healing. So I don't think that anything more serious happened from it, thank goodness. Um, yeah. So my fears are unfounded, but they were just that fears. Because it's something very real that can happen to me. And that I'm at a higher risk to have happen to me. I mean, I could just fall down on the ground and land on my hip and mess it up. This is like probably never not going to be the case, because I had to have that bone graft and all that. So to have this kind of pop out all the way and then back in, normally it's just partial. It hurts for a while, you take some ibuprofen and you move on. But yeah. For some reason, something I started uploading yesterday afternoon is still uploading. So this will probably take a while. Anyway, yeah. I think I'll be okay. I just gotta stay off of it as much as possible. And I'm gonna use this cane to sort of keep weight off of it as much as possible. That should help it heal. And yeah. Yesterday there was a lot of ham and cheese sandwiches and stuff that Chris could get me the stuff to make that didn't need heated up. He enjoyed that to a point until he started to pretend like he couldn't see something that was right in front of his face. And I told him, Chris, you need to look in front of your face. Like, I'm going to start counting because I know that you can see it because I've seen your eyes go straight on it, and I know by your body language that you're ignoring it. This wasn't just a case of like, yeah, you can't lie to me. There's a point whenever there's points whenever I'll pretend to believe somebody just to keep the peace, like I do with the neighbors across the street. But it's all that is. I know they're weak. I know whenever, it's just, sometimes it's just easier not to tell people that that they're full of shit. I mean, there's a pick your battles sort of thing. And at that point I was just like, yes, we're having carrots. I know you know where they are. You're looking straight at them. You've looked straight at them like 5 times. And your body language tells me that you just don't want it. And, of course, once there was peanut butter on them, he was great and he wanted them, but, like, just the concept of having them 2 meals in a row, I was like, well, you need a veggie. So that's the veggie that we're gonna have because, that's the one that you can get. And, yeah, today, though, I think with the help of this cane, I can just bypass that. Sure, if he really wants to, he can help me by getting stuff out. So I'm not going back and forth, but pretty sure that there's stuff that I can get. This it was a lot harder yesterday because yeah, it's pretty bad. Like apparently it came out and back in with a lot of force, and it all happened very quickly. So like you wouldn't think that something like this would cause a lot of damage, especially someone like me. Back in high school and stuff, I was always popping my shoulders back in. Like, they would always pop out, and then I would pop them back in. Yeah. I never had this kind of issue with it. Like, this is like the only time that this has ever been this bad. Like, I had all sorts of stuff. Like, well, no, the only thing close to it is whenever my ankles get really bad. Because they'll start popping in and out and, like, not doing things that they're supposed to. And there have been times that it's been like a sprain for a few days. But that I can get around on easier. This is my hip, and that's a little harder. And it's actually harder on, like, the other side of your body, too, whenever you have to compensate for a hip. It's a little bit of a bigger deal. I'm doing that thing where, you avoid bending, but that's something I'd have to do anyway with this kind of swelling, so I'm good. I know how to handle that. But I did research it just in case, like, for home care of this sort of thing. And they're like, well, if the doctor gave you a hip brace, use that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, no hip brace. Couldn't even go to the doctor for that. And I'm not sure I would actually fit in one anyway, because I'm kind of fat. So, yeah. It's just kind of important to keep it in positions that don't stress the ball joint versus the socket. And, a lot of it is stuff that I already have to do whenever I have a lot of swelling there. And then the exercises to strengthen, like, the tendons and whatnot, that's something I already do. So, I'm just sort of like, I mean, I routinely compensate. Cat got my tongue. I routinely compensate for the lacking, the weaknesses. I saw someone in an old in a fan fiction call it old martial arts. Like, what? No. No. This is the sort of thing that, although I do think that this is the sort of thing that maybe soldiers should be taught, like, how to sort of compensate for a weakness in the body, not just, accept it and lay on the ground, or push through it and damage yourself more. Because the goal is something in between. It's to push forward and not damage yourself. Because if you damage yourself, then you're just shooting yourself in the foot. So, yeah. They called it old martial arts. Something that I do, I guess. I don't call it old martial arts. I just call it compensating for different weaknesses in the body by using other parts of my body that are stronger to compensate. And there are actually times whenever having stronger muscles in my back helps me compensate for the fact that sometimes it feels like my back is trying to break in half. It's because of the one leg shorter thing. It throws your spine off. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'm gonna go make lunch now. I don't even know what I'm gonna make. Maybe something fishy with a nice sauce. I don't know. Chicken? Maybe I should just make cheeseburgers. No. Either way, we're eating some fruit. I'll figure it out. Ooh. Should you chicken? Chicken. Do I have time? Yes, I have time. Okay. So, I'm gonna go work with the chicken that is in need of defrost. Anyway,